Oh man, I'm so ready to see what happens after that confrontation in episode 2.
Because of the nature of this story, because it was a generational conflict that was about war, we needed that time to plant those seeds and let them grow, and the only way to do that is to let time pass.
Wait, what?
Hey guys, it's Dan, your host of Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another video for House of the Dragon. This is my weekly review for this week's episode of House of the Dragon Season 1. This is for episode 3, titled Second of His Name.
Alright guys, this one's going to be doing a review today. This one's going to be doing my weekly review for this week's episode of House of the Dragon. This one is my weekly review. This one is for Season 1, Episode 3, titled Second of His Name. So, this is the third episode now of House of the Dragon. We are here to do our review for what is the third episode. Obviously, there is the review for the first 2 episodes in the channel right now, so you can go ahead and check those out. But anyway, let's talk about episode 3. So, this episode was really, really good. It's probably my least favorite of House of the Dragon so far, I would say, just because I do actually have a few flaws with this episode versus the first 2, but I still really enjoyed this episode, and I thought there was a lot of really good stuff in it. So, this episode takes place, get this, 3 years after the end of episode 2, which I don't know how I feel about that time skip. I'm not gonna lie. I like the time skip between episode 1 and episode 2 because that actually was a like a useful time skip, and you kind of pass by time and stuff after the king's wife died. It kind of makes sense. But in this one right here, it's like I felt like episode 2 really set up this conflict between Rhaenyra the king and, obviously the Targaryens versus Daemon. And, I feel like they really set the stage very well in episode 2. And then this one, you skip like 3 years, and all of a sudden you got Daemon that's like fighting this totally other enemy, which he just kills by the end of the episode anyway. And as much as I welcome the action, and I think the action was phenomenal, and that's one thing I'll say, the action was absolutely phenomenal. But I think the time skip really is just a weird decision, story-wise. However, like I said, I understand why they're skipping time. They're kind of showing the progression of what's going on. So I don't despise it. I was a little put off by it at first when it said, like, yeah, it's been 3 years, and the king now has another baby who, let's talk about this. The king has had another child during this time skip who he has called Aegon Targaryen, which I really love. That's really, really cool. So, anybody that watches the main show, Game of Thrones, you'll understand that. That was really cool as well, too. So, nice little Easter egg there as well. But anyway, you've got the king that's obviously been married to her now for, 3 years. She's grown up a little bit, which is good. But Rhaenyra is still just not used to her being, her mother figure. She's like giving her orders and telling her what to do now and stuff. And it's just, yeah, it's a really awkward situation, But I really do like a lot of what they were doing with the king in this one too, because you can kind of see like he's still struggling, and Rhaenyra, she is, kind of trying to help him or whatever. But you kind of have like this conflict, right? Because he wants Rhaenyra to get married, right? He wants her to find a prince. And of course, it's one of them situations where she doesn't really want to get married. It's one of them situations where it's like she doesn't really want to, but he's not giving her much of a choice, right? So you do have this guy from the Lannisters that come in, which I also, again, thought was really interesting. He comes in, but, yeah, Rhaenyra just doesn't want any part of it. So, again, really cool. We skipped a little bit of time. We see a little bit of our characters after this whole time skip and stuff. And, I thought it was really cool. Now, Daemon's plot in this episode I also thought was cool, because you got these people with like these, masks or whatever, these like gold masks and stuff, that you got like Daemon that's been fighting, which apparently he's been fighting them like all this time. This is where, apparently this isn't new, he's been fighting these guys for a while, and obviously a lot has happened in 3 years, so, he's kind of fighting them off. And I must say, this is easily the best episode when it comes to a battle sequence we've had so far on this show. The battle, the action, the dragons, I mean, so good. Honestly, so good. And I'm looking forward to seeing more of that, because I loved what they did at the beginning and at the end with the battles and stuff. with Damon, amazing. And he was just a freaking savage this episode anyway. I mean, honestly, by the time it was over, he was like covered in blood and stuff, and he just looking like an absolute psychopath, which I'm starting to think he is. So, yeah, really, really good episode. Really enjoyed this episode this week. I'm going to give this episode a 9 out of 10. I really liked it. Only one thing, again, the time skip just kind of put me off a bit. But aside from that, yeah, this was a fantastic episode. The action was very, very well done. The Rhaenyra character continues to get better and better for me. The king was really good in this one. I love the Aegon Targaryen name for the child. That was really cool as well, too. And a lot of really good stuff in this one. So let me know in the comment section below, what did you guys think about this episode of House of the Dragon? Let me know. Did you see it? What did you think about it? And of course, if you're new to the channel, make sure to click that subscribe button so you don't miss any other videos for the House of the Dragon. Make sure to also follow me on Dan's The Walking Dead reviews on Instagram, guys. And of course, I'll see you guys really soon for more videos for House of the Dragon. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.